me. What is this? Girl, I feel like it is blood on the wall.
Hotel?
I ain't signed up for this. This handprint. This is like somebody struggled to get away. What is this? I seen New York Project building. I gotta look better than this. Girl, oh my god. And that's with they pissy elevators. To all my cherry bombs, it is me, Cherry, and I am back with another story. And it's been a minute, like honestly I've been missing on YouTube for like a month, you guys. I'm sorry, I've been missing for quite a while, so it's been a minute. I have a super just ghetto story for you guys today, and I'm about to tell you guys how I went viral on TikTok for my trauma. Let's get right into it. A lot of people have been asking for this story, so yeah, you guys, we're about to get right into the story. It's just tragic. It's pretty freaking tragic. If you are new to my channel, which I'm assuming I'll probably have a lot of newcomers because a lot of people are asking about this on TikTok, and as of a week ago I literally did not have anybody following me on TikTok, and now I have a video that is blowing up with like 500,000 views and people follow me on TikTok now. So a lot of people are probably going to be new here from TikTok, so if you're new, welcome to my cherry bomb gang, I guess you would call it. All my social medias will be linked down below, including my TikTok, which is cherry pop, I want to say with 3 P's. Yeah, I literally, up until last week, I was never on I was on TikTok, but I wasn't like creating on TikTok. I was just watching and enjoying TikTok. So guess I'm a TikToker now. Y'all, I feel like old head trying to figure out TikTok. We don't have to do nothing on there, but anyway, I'm learning and it's actually kind of fun. So all my social medias will be linked down below. Please make sure you get this video a thumbs up so that more people can find my content here on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button while you're here, you guys. It'll help me out a ton, and I would love for you guys to see more of my videos, and then also turn on your notifications because I am very sporadic with how I post, and if you don't have your notifications on, you will miss me. Okay, so let's get right into this, you guys. I'm about to tell you all how I went viral on TikTok. So where do I even want to start this story? Oh my god, where do I want to start this? Okay, so me and 2 of my friends went out to LA. I have in the past year started going out to LA a lot more. Like I just went for the first time in October, and then I went again because I had a really good time also in October, like 2 weeks later. And this more recent time was only my 3rd time ever in LA. Okay, so me and my friends were planning this trip or whatever. We've been planning this for a minute, and you know, we ended up being like, okay, we're gonna get an Airbnb. So we got this Airbnb, which I will insert the picture either here or here. We got this Airbnb like literally like probably 3 weeks to 4 weeks before our trip. We have been looking for stuff, and we just kind of like, we wanted to get something that we wanted to solidify something early on so that we knew where we were staying when we got to LA. Cool. So the Airbnb on the site is mad cute. Okay, like it was like, you know, it was like nothing spectacular, but it was really cute looking, you know. So we're looking through these Airbnbs or whatever, and when we're looking through the Airbnbs, y'all, when I say literally the Airbnbs in LA were fucking taxing, they were literally taxing. Like the average Airbnb was like $400 a night. So it was honestly, no, let me not even say, it was $400 a night, and then they would have all these hidden fees. So by the time you were calculated all their little like, oh, our cleaning fee, because a lot of people say they have a cleaning fee and they don't clean shit. They literally just charge you an extra $100 or $200 and they pocket it, and they clean everything themselves, like, and they get all their cleaning supplies from Dollar General. So sis, you're not spending $200 to, anyway, that's besides the point. I'll be looking or whatever and I'll be like, oh, okay, this one's like $400 a night, which I still was like, oh my god, that's expensive, but okay. So I'll click on it and then it would show me like the fees and stuff, like as you're like confirming or reserving or whatever, and it would show me the fees, and by the time I was done, the Airbnbs would be like $600, $700 a night. And that's just for the ones that would start off at $400. That's not even including the ones that already were starting at, you know, $550, $600, $7 something, $1,000, whatever. Like, they were starting off at that, and then when you add all the extra fees, it'd be like an extra fucking $100 something per night. So I'm like, bro, like, y'all are really out here taxing. Like, what the hell? Like, luxury hotels don't even be costing that much to stay in per night. Like, a lot of them, a lot of luxury hotels, like, you could stay in a nice ass luxury hotel and it'll be like base price be like $380 a night, $400 a night, like something like that, you know? Like, sis, it's Airbnb. Like, we're not trying to get a freaking multi-million-dollar mansion to stay in LA. We just want a cute, chill Airbnb, whatever. So I'm looking through, and the reason I'm mentioning all this is because I was seeing a lot of the comments on TikTok, and a lot of the comments were like, oh, y'all must have got the cheapest Airbnb you could find, and da da da. I'm like, first off, I didn't know. Like, nobody told me that this is rich talk. I didn't know all you bitches is rich as fuck, and all you guys are spending $600 to freaking $700 a night where you stay when you guys go out of town. And I'm not talking about out of the country, I'm talking about to another state. I didn't know that you guys were just living lavish like that. Let me know. Like, with me, whether I have the money or not, I'm always looking for finesse. I don't like, y'all, wealthy people and rich people stay rich because they're fucking cheap. Like, they're literally fucking cheap. Like, I don't care how much money I ever get in my life. If I can find a bargain, I'm gonna go with the bargain, you know? Like, to a degree. Me and my bitches are only gonna be here for 2.5 days. Y'all, literally 2.5 days. I'm not paying almost $900 to a stack for 2.5 days in LA in a regular ass, somebody's regular ass crib. It was just like really excessive. So I'm looking through the Airbnbs and I'm trying to find something that's like normal price. Like, I feel like normal price would be like, okay, I'm spending like maybe like $2 something a night or whatever. Like, I feel like that's reasonable. I feel like that's normal price, you know? So that's more so like what I was looking for. But yeah, a lot of people were commenting and they were like, y'all must have picked like the cheapest one you could find and whoop-de-woo, whatever, whatever. And no, we didn't. We picked one that was really average. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. If y'all don't feel like 200 something a night is average, then I guess you bitches are just rich as fuck. So this specific one was listed at $150 a night. So I'm like, okay, cool, perfect. And even with it being $150 a night, it still wasn't the cheapest one. There were cheaper ones, but they were like on the outskirts of LA, or they were like in surrounding cities, and I was like, oh hell no. Then they had like nicer hotels that were also listed around about like anywhere from like $150 to like $2 something a night, which again I feel like is average or whatever, but they were by the airport. So I look at the reviews for this place, you guys. I look at the reviews and they had multiple properties, but the other properties are again kind of like just not really convenient spots in LA. So this one was listed as downtown, so we're like, okay, figured it would be like central to everything and it'd be easy to make moves, because our point for being on vacation isn't to spend a lot of time in the room, it's to go and do things around LA. So we're like, oh, it'll be central or whatever, downtown, we'll do it. So I'm reading the reviews, and the reviews are all saying like, oh, the hostess was really nice, she was really sweet. They were like, oh, you know, if the place was nice, they enjoyed their stay. I saw one bad review, but I'm the type where like if I see hella good reviews and I just see one bad one, I'm like, okay, this could still be doable or whatever. So I only saw one bad review, and the place was listed as like, normally when I do Airbnb, I will say this time I just, y'all, it's a first for everything, so I was trying to make an exception. Normally I only do like super hosts or whatever, or I try to do like super hosts or like people who are like just like hella people have reviewed it. And with this one, it didn't have the most reviews. Like it had multiple reviews, but it didn't have the most reviews. Like this one, I was like, oh, you know, maybe they're new to Airbnb, like maybe they're just starting out. So me trying to be a nice person, I'm like, oh, everybody has to start somewhere. Never again. Okay, so I read the reviews, whatever, they look good. And then I went and I read the reviews for the other properties that were listed under this host, and they were good as well. So once I saw all those combined, I said, oh, okay, they kind of have like a track record or whatever. They had like a good host rating on Airbnb. They weren't a super host, but they had like a good rating. So I'm like, okay, you know, that's cool, we can work with that. So I booked it. Y'all, literally, so me and my friend Kathy pull up to this freaking Airbnb, and first off, the listing to me wasn't conducive with what we pulled up to, because the listing kept on calling it an apartment. We pull up in the, okay, so first off, it said apartment, and it also said it was in downtown LA, which we already weren't 100% trying to stay in downtown LA, just because my friend Kathy used to live in LA, and she was like, yo, if you stay in downtown, it's, the homeless population is really heavy, and you know, it's probably gonna be by Skid Row, it's gonna stink. So when I was looking, I was trying to find something that was like near downtown, but not like dead ass in downtown, but still would be central. So this one was like, oh, you know, it was in downtown, but when I looked at the map, it looked like it was kind of like far enough from Skid Row that it was like, it wouldn't stink, you know? So y'all, we pull up and it's close to downtown, but it's not in downtown, it's in Koreatown. So I'm like, oh, I'm like, this is already seeming kind of sketchy, because I live in New York, okay? We have a Chinatown here in New York. I don't know if we have a Koreatown, I'm sure we do, but we have a Chinatown, and Chinatown is cool for certain things, but it's not necessarily somewhere you would want to like book a hotel, you know? Like, it's just not. So when I seen kind of like that, I was like, okay, this is different. So we pull up and we get to the address, and I'm expecting it to be like a house or something, you guys. I'm literally like, because it kept saying apartment, it kept on saying like entire place to yourself, so I'm thinking it's gonna be like an apartment or like a little house, whatever. We pull up in this building, it looks like a really rinky-dink apartment building, but it's like, it just looks hella like raggedy. So I'm like, yo, I'm already like, bro, I'm not fucking feeling this. But then I'm like, yo, this might be one of those situations where the outside is ugly and the inside is hella cute. I see that all the time. Again, I live in New York, it happens, okay? And honestly, even down south in North Carolina, a lot of them cute ass apartment complexes, on the outside they look like shit, and then on the inside they're so freaking cute. So I'm just like, okay, maybe that's what's going on here. Y'all, so we get in there, and honestly, I wish I would have taken a video at the lobby. We should have stopped in the lobby, because the lobby just looked like, it just looked shitty. And then the elevator was like, it just looked like, the elevator looked like a scary movie elevator, where like the lights cut out in the elevator and then the elevator just drops, or like where something comes like crawling out of whatever that top part of the elevator would be. It just looked like people died in the elevator, okay? So We in this elevator and it's like super small and it's just super sketchy looking, and we're just like, bro, what the fuck? Like, this is weird. Okay, like, this is weird. We get off the elevator, you guys, and this is where things went to shit. We get off the elevator and we start walking down the hallway. There are bare footprint marks all along the hallway. So as we're walking, it's like we're following these footprint marks because they're going toward the room that we're supposed to stay in. You know how sometimes people have dirt on the bottom of their shoe and you'll see dirty footprints, but they'll be like shoe sole footprints, not like barefoot. These were dirt filled bare footprints. So we're walking, we're looking at that, and we're like, what the fuck? So we go to the room. We get to the hallway in front of the door of the room. The hallway, y'all, there is a fucking bloody handprint. Like, when I say a bloody handprint, like, this handprint was low to the ground, as if that person struggled like hell, fought for their life. It looked as if somebody was dragging that person back into the room that we were supposed to be staying in, and that person was like literally, okay, so the way that the wall was, like, say this is the corner of the wall, the handprint was like gripping the corner, like gripping it as in like somebody is trying to grab you up or pull you, and you are holding on to the corner of the wall for dear life. That is the type of handprint that was on the corner. So we're looking and we're like, what the fuck? Like, this is OD. Like, it's bare footprints. You got this fucking handprint that is, the handprint is red, so it looks like blood. Y'all, not only are there footprints, why is this covered up like this? Mind you, hold on, let me show y'all. These footprints only go toward the room and then they stop. There are no footprints going back. I'm like, not to be on my little creepy, you know, Halloween shit. You know, I be liking the little creep shit, but this is screaming ghost prints. Because, and not only that, the footprints don't even leave from the steps, they leave from this window. And they only go one way. There are no footprints going backwards or anywhere else. They just go halfway to the hallway to our room and then they stop. And it's really the bloody hand mark for me. I'm like, bitch, something that no longer is with us is walking this motherfucking hallway. They got me fucked up. What is this? Girl, this is blood splatter, bitch. It's gotta be. The handprint is low, as if it is brown. Like they was like, oh my God, demonstrate, bitch. They said, help me. Somebody was trying to drag them in that room, girl. Then there were like blood scattered all along both sides of the hallway walls. It was like splatter on one side, splatter on the other side, and we're just like, what the I honestly, I think at this point it wasn't even like, at that point it wasn't we were expecting to stay there, because honestly everything of us expecting to stay there really went out the window as soon as we seen the raggedy ass lobby in the elevator. I think it turned into pure curiosity, honestly. I'm not even gonna lie, I think that's what it turned into. So we get into the room and the sheets just looked like, they just looked off-white. It smelled like the room had a strong smell. The closet didn't have a door, so it was just like this open little mini closet with like a Swiffer and shit in there. The only thing that was true to the picture, I feel like, was the bathroom. The bathroom was nice, it was cute, but they didn't clean the bathroom. Like, or they cleaned the bathroom, because the bathroom actually was clean. The shower wasn't clean. Like, the shower had like soap residue on the shower floor. Like, it wasn't like, there wasn't anything nasty in the shower. It was the soap residue on the bottom of the floor that's like, okay, you didn't clean the shower though, because this wouldn't be here if you did, you know? So the room just looked hella janky. So we're like looking around the room and we're like, bro, like, there's no fucking way we're staying here. Like, we're looking in the room and we're like wilding, because we're like, there's no fucking way we're staying here. And we're so busy looking at like the room that our backs are facing the door. We turn around and the door, the peephole is covered with a black piece of tape. So we're just like, bro, like, my nigga, is this a crime scene? Like, we need to leave. Like, what the fuck happened here? Like, it just look hella like Annabelle haunting in Connecticut. It looks like we gonna wake up and at 3 a.m. it's gonna be something standing in the corner, or it's gonna be somebody walking into our fucking room trying to sell us into sex slavery, sex trafficking. Honey, I'm too cute to be sold into that. We both are. We would be hot commodities, and I'm not signing up for that. Hell no. So I was just like, we're just looking and we're like, yo, like, why would she try to get us to stay in this? Like, it's just rinky-dink as hell. It looks ugly. It's scary looking in here. It has a smell. Like, why would she think that she could Airbnb this out to anybody? Like, what the actual fuck? So we go back into the hallway and we're just looking, because like the hallway was honestly the hottest mess out of the whole thing. Wasn't even the room itself, it was the fucking hallway. The hallway looked like hell. The hallway like it had been through hell. Like, it was looking real crazy. Girl, the walls are disgusting in here. This place looks like, girl, I feel like I seen Motel 8s that look better than this. Oh, is it here? This is the elevator. Hold on. First off, this little door heavy. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Hold on. And then this the elevator. Child, this looked like a fucking ghost movie. People die in this elevator.
Are you scared?
I'm scared as fuck.
We have no choice, huh?
I don't know which one's worse. I'm scared even see me coming up the steps.
We made it the first time. Okay.
Oh my gosh. This is scary as fuck.
Close that. We all security.
Ooh.
The fuck?
Girl, this is like one of them elevators that'll take you to the basement, child.
Don't ever hit
Sand
me,
goes.
bitch. Don't ever hit me. I don't even want to see that.
Hell no, I don't want to see that shit. Oh, fuck. Why is it stop so hard? I think it's this side.
I'm scared to touch shit. Hell, I'm scared what I might goddamn see.
Look at how creepy this shit look.
Okay.
The door heavy, girl.
I mean, it can't wait.
You gotta kick it.
Now I gotta multitask with it. Oh my god. Okay, got it.
Girl, kick that thing. We do not want to be in this car any longer than we have to be. Ain't no lobby, no nothing. What the fuck is... people really living like this? It's the... oh, this shit is scary as fuck. So, we go back into the hallway. We just looking, and we're just like, yo, like, what happened here? Like, bro, like, what happened here? Like, there is legit blood on the walls. Like, it is bare footprints. Both in the hallway was real long and real narrow. On one side of the hallway, it was an open window with a staircase, like with the outside, like a fire escape. And then on the very other end of the hall is also a wide open window, and that looked like it had a fire escape as well. So I'm like, anybody can crawl up into this bitch. Y'all got the windows wide open on both sides. Like, what goes on here? Mind you, it was like, I don't know if it was a hotel or if like it was a hotel and there were residents, because it seems like people live in there, like they stay there. But then it also has a very like hotel vibe, but it has a hotel and apartment vibe. I don't know how to explain it. It literally could be both. It could be either. So we're just like, how do people actually stay here? Like, it was just very like ugly, dingy, nasty, small. There was no kitchen. Like, it was just very raggedy as hell. So we're just like, we're not gonna stay here. So we checked into the room like 7, okay? by 7:20 we had decided we weren't gonna stay there. So we're like calling Airbnb, you guys. This is where shit went to hell too, because we're calling Airbnb, we're messaging them, whatever. We talk to the host. The host is like, oh, I have somebody clean in the morning. We're like, we're not fucking staying into the morning. We're not cussing at her because she was being really nice, but it's like, we're not staying into the morning. So we're just like, we keep telling her like, yo, like, we need our money back, we need our money back, like, we're not staying here, we don't want to stay here, we don't feel comfortable. She keeps on trying to convince us to stay. She's not trying to give us our bread back. So then we escalated to Airbnb, to actual Airbnb. We start messaging them. So I get on the phone with them and it's like 7 something. So we took all of our stuff back down to the car, we pack it back into the rental, and we go to pick up our friend from the airport because her flight was later than everybody else's. So we're on the way to the airport and we're on the phone with Airbnb. It's 7 something, okay, mind you. We pick up our friend. I think we like went and got food after that. We're kind of like driving around a little bit, whatever, trying to figure out what we gonna do next because we're not going back to the Airbnb. So we're on the phone with Airbnb and they're like, first off, it was like the operator sounded like they were in India or something. And they pick up and they're just like, not concerned, they're not, no sense of urgency, whatever. And they keep on saying like, we're trying to explain what's happening, and they're like, oh, can we put you on a brief hold and it'll only be like 2 or 3 minutes, we promise. They kept on saying that, we promise, I promise, it'll only be 2 or 3 minutes. And so I'm finally like, okay, y'all, 40 minutes later I'm still on hold. I'm like, bro, but I'm not trying to hang up because I'm trying to get this resolved because we don't want to stay here. So we're in the rental car like chilling or whatever. 40 minutes pass, we're like going to get food, and I end up just, I'm like, okay, you know what, hang up, call them again. They do the same thing. They talk to us for a little bit, act like they're gonna fix it, the situation. They're like, oh, we're gonna have somebody reach out to you, they'll call you in this amount of time. They don't call. We're like, okay, we literally need to figure out where we're gonna be. It's nighttime, we're in LA, we're in a foreign city to us. It's getting like, it's crunch time. Like, nobody else is going to let us check in this late. Like, hotels are not letting us check in this late. And Airbnb, like, trying to find Airbnb this last minute, it was just too much. Like, it was literally like too much. The only reason we got that Airbnb, well, clearly y'all, the way that Airbnb looked, there's no reason that shit should have been listed. That shit should have been listed at motel prices. There's no reason that shit should have been $150 a night. Looking the way that it fucking looked, it should have been freaking $65 a night, if that. It looked like disgusting ass Motel 6 or like Super 8 or some shit. Like, it looked, honestly, Super 8 might look better. Honestly, oh god, ew. Yeah, but it looked like shit. So I'm just like, what the fuck? But I'm like, I'm on the phone with Airbnb and I'm like, yo, like, we need to find something, and we need to find something that is like around the same price range as what we were initially looking for, or like a hotel that's around the same price range. Because again, nobody's trying to pay $500-600 a night for somebody's regular ass Airbnb. Okay, so we're trying to like figure it out with them. They keep on saying, oh, we're gonna have somebody call you back. They hang up, they're not calling us back. They do this several freaking times, like several freaking times. So we get to the point where we're irritated. By now it's been like 2 hours on the phone with Airbnb. So we started at 7 something, it's like 9 something now. We're like, yo, we really are trying to figure this out with you all. We cannot keep on doing this whole like back and forth, like y'all keep hanging up on us. Because that's the thing, they would hang up on us. They would tell us they were gonna call us back, they wouldn't call us back. They would tell us somebody was gonna reach out, nobody would reach out. They would put us on hold and then they would never come back to the phone. It was just like OD. I'm like, bro, like, they kept on saying like, oh, we're gonna go talk to our manager, da da da. And it's like, put me on the phone with the manager. I keep asking to talk to whoever's in charge. I want to talk to whoever's at the top. Whoever y'all keep on excusing yourselves to go talk to. I'm like, why won't you just let me talk to them myself? Y'all keep doing this weird ass shit. Like, they were just being weird as fuck. So after like 3 hours at this point. It's now 10 something. They're finally like, oh, you know, we couldn't get in contact with your Airbnb person, so we're gonna go ahead and push through a refund. So I was like, okay, it's 10 something at night, you just agreed to the refund, so now we're getting that money back, but now we also still need to find a place to stay. So by now, I know that usually it would not be Airbnb's responsibility to find us a new spot to stay, because that's not the responsibility. In this case though, I was literally like, you got me fucked up, because y'all literally have wasted 3, almost 4 hours of my time hanging up on us and being extremely unprofessional and giving us the runaround to the point where we cannot check in anywhere. At this point, I'm like, y'all need to take it upon yourselves to find us another Airbnb, book it for us. We're not coming out of pocket anymore for your fucking mistakes, because at this point now it's on you, because now you've wasted my time giving us the runaround. It's been hours. So now you need to find us an Airbnb. Y'all need to book it. There's no reason we should be coming further out of pocket for some shit that now y'all are making more complicated. So they agreed. They were like, oh, okay, you know, we'll find y'all Airbnb, whatever. Give us a sec, y'all, again, give us a second, we'll call you back. Hang up. And I'm just like, bro, you can't fucking be serious. So I called them back again. They're like, oh, you know, somebody's gonna call you. Hang up. Okay, we wait, because they're like, oh, somebody's gonna call you in like 15, no, they said somebody's gonna call you in like 10 minutes. Y'all, 30 minutes passed. Call back again. And then by now they're like, oh, well, you know, you keep calling us back to back to back, we can't help you, because every time you call us it gives you a different agent, and then we have to like woo doo woo. I'm like, I keep having to call you back because you keep on saying you're gonna call me back. Y'all keep hanging up on us or put us on hold, and y'all never come back to the phone. And then we are literally pressed for time. We're sitting here and telling you that we're in LA, we don't have anywhere to go at this very moment. We are pressed for time, and y'all keep on hanging up on us for putting us on hold for 30-40 minutes to an hour at a time, or y'all hang up on us and then I gotta call you back and then start the process over again, over and over and over again. So I'm just like, bro, what the entire fuck? And every time we call back too, they'd be like, oh, I gotta talk to the last person who was handling your case. They'd be like, oh, I'm about to go talk to them, and that would be another way that we get off the phone. They would hang up. So now it's like after 11, y'all. It's after 11. We are still on the phone with Airbnb, and they just keep giving us the runaround, So I'm like, bro, we're looking for hotels, and honestly we had already started looking for hotels. We're looking for hotels, we keep calling hotels. They're like, oh, we're booked, we're full, we're not doing check-ins this late, we'll do, like, whatever. So we're like, oh my god. And we're trying to get the Airbnb people on the phone to hurry up, because after 12 a.m. you cannot book on Airbnb. And not only that, even at 11 something, the average person renting out their crib or whatever needs time to know that they're going to be renting out their place. They're not just ready to get up and go right then. So we're like, yo, it's late, we're not gonna be able to get another Airbnb because it's so late. Like, y'all keep on, we could have had this been settled and done at 7 something by 8 o'clock, 8:30, and we would have been fine. Y'all have prolonged it to the point, doing all this petty ass weird ass shit that y'all been doing, prolonged it to the point that now it's 11 something, nobody's up for one. The people that are up are not ready to just rent out their shit on the spot like that. Y'all fucked us over. So we're just like, bro, what the fuck? So it gets till after 12, you guys, and we're fucked at this point. It's like we can't go anywhere. We're fucked. And they didn't care. They didn't care. There was a point, it was 11 something, we had called them and we're like, yo, can we speak to the manager, whatever. And they're like, she took her lunch break. I'm like, she took her lunch break in the middle of our claim? What the fuck? Like, we're telling you we are 3 women, we are stranded out in a fucking big city, and you take a lunch break in the middle of our claim? Like, they just were doing some, like, kept doing weird ass shit. So and being just mad unprofessional. So it's after 12. Airbnb, they just keep on like, they're not responding. They're just doing all this extra, like just basically trying to like go ghost and disappear on us the whole time. So they're not responding, and now we're fucked at this point. So luckily what ended up happening was, so we ended up spending our trip staying with Kathy's cousin. She has a cousin out in LA. Thank God that he actually has a really freaking nice apartment, and I can't wait to have my adult apartment, my big girl apartment. But yes, he has a very adult grown-up apartment, and it's very nice and very spacious. So we ended up staying there, which was like super dope because again, the views was there, the decor was there, it was just cute as hell. So that's what we ended up doing. But it was just the fact that Airbnb was so unprofessional, kept like, just like their team, like the team that was handling our case was so, just did not give a damn that we're 3 women stranded out in the city. They did not give a fuck. They wasted our time for 5 hours. I don't know, it was just ridiculous. And as far as that Airbnb, I made sure that they took the listing down, because there's no way in fuck that that hotel apartment thing should be able to be rented out to anybody ever, because it was just, it looks like a lot of shit goes down there. It looks like people have lost their life there, like multiple. But yeah, you guys, that was our ghetto ass Airbnb story. It's not super climactic, but it is what it is. That was how we started off our trip. The rest of the trip was like really chill. So yeah, so then it was crazy because, okay, so I posted it on TikTok not thinking it would get really any views, because literally at the time I posted on TikTok, I had maybe 30 people followed me on TikTok. Like, I was really non-existent on TikTok. I was one of those people that just watched TikTok but didn't like do TikTok, you know? Like, so I had maybe like 30 people following me or whatever. So I posted a video, and I just wasn't expecting for 500,000 people to see the video, and the video is still getting mad views. So it might hit a mil, I don't know, like that would be crazy, but it just might. So I like posted it, and I went to sleep, and I woke up, and when I woke up the next day, day 1, it was already like 28K when I woke up. I said, what the fuck? Like, I was like, whoa. My TikTok notifications were going crazy. Like, I went from having like 30 people follow me to like 1,000 something people were following me. And then throughout the week, it's just been like, now I'm creeping up on, kind of creeping up toward 4,000, I think. Let me see. Okay, so yeah, so basically I had last week, I had like maybe 30 people follow me on TikTok, and now I have 3,411. So that's been pretty cool. Really, really cool. And that video is going fucking crazy, and so everything about the Airbnb is going crazy. So I guess it worked out in some way, because now I can use TikTok to promote other things, you know? So that's cool. But yeah, that experience was interesting. So that is my story, you guys. I know I tell most of my stories with a lot more energy than this, but it's really late and I'm really tired. But if I didn't do it tonight, it's not gonna be able to get done for the rest of the week. So that was our Airbnb experience in LA. I hope you guys don't have horrible experiences. I actually have one more really shitty Airbnb experience. I'll probably share the other Airbnb story on TikTok though, because it's not long enough to make a whole story time here. But yeah, I've had 2 crappy Airbnb experiences. And then I've had 1 crappy hotel experience, but they weren't anything like super crazy. They weren't anything near like this. But yeah, it was just, y'all, oh my gosh, I wish y'all could, I know people saw the inside of the video, but I wish like people could physically see the inside. It literally looks like they need to give freaking tours of that shit. Like, it looks like it needs to be a museum of like serial killers or something like that, or like a murder tour or something. Like, I don't know. Yeah, so if you guys like this story, please go ahead and comment down below, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your notifications, and leave a comment, because I would love to hear you guys' thoughts on if you saw the video. If you guys are here watching this from TikTok, I would really love to hear you guys' stories and your experiences.
Y'all, me and Kathy are screaming because literally we over here talking about, oh, you know, I'll fight a crackhead. Why are we in this Airbnb talking about I am willing to fight a crackhead if it comes down to it? Why should that even be a thought that crossed our minds? Look at this. First off, it was the, why is the peephole covered?
Why?
Why is that covered?
Why?
Why the sheets on this bed over here not even white?
Why?
Why are they beige?
Why?
Why are they off-white?
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense.
The math is a mathing. 2 + 2 = 11 in this bitch.
This is giving very much so Insidious,
Yes.
The Conjuring. It's
Yes.
giving very Haunting in Connecticut. It's
Yes.
giving very fighting Skid Row crackheads while I'm sleeping.
Yes.
And I'm scared.